Well, hello again and welcome to Spurgos Thought for Your Week. I'm Pastor John from Sun City Church, and it's good to have you with us for the continuation of our journey through the book of Psalms. And this week we're looking at Psalms chapter 38. My thought for your week is, "The Lord is my Saviour." Now, in this psalm, David describes someone who is at the end of their own strength, that whether by their own actions or by the actions and the assaults of others, they have completely exhausted themselves and all avenues of help. They are standing condemned, convicted, they're in a place of despair, and it is in this place that the soul cries out to God in desperation. And so Psalm 38, we're going to look at just verse 17 through to verse 22. I am on the verge of collapse, facing constant pain, but I confess my sins and I am deeply sorry for what I have done. I have many aggressive enemies and they hate me without reason. They repay me evil for good and they oppose me for pursuing good. Do not abandon me, O Lord. Do not stand at a distance, my God. Come quickly to help me, O Lord, my Saviour. Now, it doesn't make for easy reading, and in fact the soul in distress never is. But in this place, David has not abandoned one vital hope. He cries out, "O Lord, my Saviour." And I'm reminded how in such circumstances of despair and condemnation, that the gospel message is actually a message of hope. Isaiah 42 and verse 3 in the Living Bible says, "He will not break the bruised reed, nor quench the dimly burning flame. He will encourage the faint-hearted and those tempted to despair, and he will see full justice given to all who have been wronged." See, that's God's mercy and compassion. It's his ability to redeem and forgive that exceeds our own expectations. In Romans chapter 11 and verse 6, it reads that since it is through God's kindness, then it is not by their good works, for in that case God's grace would not be what it really is, free and undeserved. So God's kindness, God's mercy and grace is free and undeserved. Paul wrote in Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8 to 9 that God saved you by his grace when you believed, and you can't take credit for this. It is a gift from God. Salvation is not a reward for the good things we have done, so none of us can boast about it. See, it's with great gentleness and love that God has sought us out. He restores us. He reconciles our lives back to himself. And so the Lord is our hope. He is our Saviour. He is our strong confidence. And it's not that we first loved God, but that he first loved us. As John wrote in 1 John 4:19, we love because he first loved us. So may you be encouraged that he is our Saviour and our hope. And have a great week and be blessed. Thank you for listening.